Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play Captain of Industry. We're back in it. Let's hit play. Last episode, what did we do? We got some basic iron processing going. We can kind of see that in motion here. We have a couple storage facilities or warehouses or unit storage. This one's set up to store construction parts. This one is not built yet. It's going to store iron plates. And then those iron plates will be used here along with some wood in our manual assembly. Right now they're waiting on what? Looks like he's waiting on some wood. So we talked last episode about maybe getting another truck to harvest trees. Let's take this guy and assign him to tree harvesting. Boom. That's going to slow down our construction. We also have some farms being developed. Like those are under construction as we speak, or as I speak. That's all cool. Research, we look at the top of the screen. We've got the power and the beacon being researched. The beacon's going to allow us to get new refugees to our island, and they bring some resources with them too. So our farm's done here. Let's pick a crop. And I think from last season we learned, see, a technique. Right now we're at 100% fertility. We're going to do potatoes. Then we're going to do fertilizer. Keep the fertility up. Potatoes and then fertilizer. And that should keep us at 100% fertility. We're collecting. We got some water. It looks like the tail end of that rain. We'll do the same thing for the rest of these. We don't have any other crops other than potatoes at this point. So let's just get these set up. There's probably a copy paste thing that I could use. I don't know what it is. And hopefully 3 farms will be enough to get us started. Now these aren't going to be 100% productive until we can irrigate them. But with any luck, we'll get enough rain that we can grow enough food to sustain our little colony here. We unlocked another building related to water, I believe. I think it's under housing and services. No, maybe not. Maybe not. I was looking for the building that provides power to our little civilization here. Let's take a look at the tech tree. Everything is coming along here. Let's take a look at the tech tree. Right now we're doing power in the beacon. Oh, it's here. Settlement water. I think we may want to do this one next. It's going to allow us to start collecting water. I think that's pretty important. Maybe even more important than the mining. They're both super important. This vehicles depot, by the way, is going to allow us to purchase some more pickup trucks. And then we also need the maintenance. So we've got plenty to do. That's for sure. I think the water actually, let me go back to that. I think this water, once we place this water facility, I think that may increase our Unity generation. So that might be a good reason to do it as well. And we can kind of, at least we used to be able to lean on Unity for the maintenance. I don't see that here though. Maintenance, I don't see the Unity. Now I'm not sure how it's changed since I last played. May have missed that. There's been an update there. All right, food, it's not fantastic. We're getting rain, so hopefully these guys are going to recharge their own internal water supply. Should see that climb. They're all, those two are at 5. This guy's at 6. Wish we could be catching that rain right now. Can we boost anything here? It doesn't, I'm not seeing it. Monthly Unity consumed. Number of workers, 8. Maintenance. Okay. Yep, everything's chugging along. Are we creating maintenance parts yet? Looks like we are. So this guy got all his wood. Look at that, 28 wood. And our charcoal guy has 20. So we're in decent shape supplying wood. Construction looks like we're in decent shape, right? Everything's built. Let's take a look at the trees that we've marked for being harvesting. Yeah, we've still got plenty marked off. So we'll wait till those clear first. Housing. We can build more housing. Now it's going to take, wow, 80 construction parts. We've only got 45 left. So we've got room for 40 more people as I look up here in the top left. We've only got 49 construction parts. That's a little concerning. Okay, now they will let us boost here. Here we can do a boost. We might do it. We've got the, let's see. Wonder if we should boost on the maintenance here. Doesn't look like I can boost the research. Why don't we boost on these, not maintenance, but on these construction parts? I'm going to go ahead and pick on the boost. That gets us a little extra productivity out of here. We've got 32 construction parts stored in there. We've got 32 plates. Interesting. Okay, now it's a different number. But let's boost this for a little while we've got Unity kind of accumulating. Farms, how they doing on water? Yeah, we got a little bit more. But you can see it is being consumed. Potatoes. Potatoes for breakfast, potatoes for lunch, and potatoes for dinner. Hopefully our colonists here will not mind. Eventually we're going to have to repair our shipyard. I think that may even be locked behind the tech tree. Research is almost done. Let's hop in here again. We kind of know what we need to do. And I think I'm going to go for water next. Then maybe, boy, it's hard to know. Okay, that's done. We got the beacon and the diesel generator. Let's go for water. I really want to get that going. We will get into dry seasons. And that is how I lost my very first playthrough of Captain of Industry, as a drought came along. And that was it. That was it. Food ran out. And that was the end of my little village. All right, let's see what else we've got here. What's next? We can do... Okay, we're doing water. Diesel, we actually need, I think, for power. We have a little bit of diesel on us. But eventually we're going to have to make our own from the oil resources that we've got on the island, and they're limited. But they'll churn out quite a bit of diesel for us until we can get to the offshore oil rig, and we'll see all that as we play on. Vehicles and mining or maintenance. I think I'm going to go maintenance first. We'll do the water, then maintenance, and then the vehicles and mining. Copper is another thing that's important. It's all really important. Everything we see here is important, and we want it soon. Looks like ship weapons has been unlocked from the last time I played. Yeah, there's the ship dock repair we talked about. I just mentioned that a little while ago. We're going to need to research that before we can even repair the dock and then repair our ship and head out, find some extra oil. Got a clinic here that looks like it's not in the alpha. Rubber definitely is. We'll be doing that. Advanced diesel, yep, we've done that before. Ship armor, that's new. We've got to do that. Bunch of stuff here. Bunch of stuff to keep us busy. Let's take a look, see how we're doing on our farms. I don't always accelerate the time, but I kind of want to go slow here just as we're kind of coming up to speed with the game. We've already consumed all that water we had accumulated, so now these guys are kind of delayed. It shows here on the pop-up. The harvest is delayed by 3 months. Let's take a look at the... I guess there's no tutorial here. They're just letting us know that the power and the beacon have been done. We'll dismiss that guy. Diesel, we've got 270 on us. What we can do, if we want, is bring on more population. Now, they will bring some resources with them that we like. The problem is they're going to consume some food, and we're getting a little on the low side. We've got 8 workers available. So I'm going to hold off on building the beacon. I guess we could build it and just now power it up. Let's take a look and see where that guy is. Here's the beacon. Let's go ahead and build it. I don't think it matters where we put it. We can put it off to the side here, maybe. Let's get it built. It's going to need power, I believe, but I don't think we need to hook anything up. So I'm hitting the rotate key. There's no ports or anything. I think I can just drop this guy down. Kind of putting it where I don't think we'll be building anything else. We can at least get that started. We're going to need it. Looks like our construction materials are starting to accumulate a little bit. We're up to 125. That's probably bouncing back from the boost that we put on there with the Unity. That looks good. We still have plenty of plates. How are we doing on wood? We're doing good on wood as well. So yeah, we'll leave the boost on there. Burning through some of our Unity, but right now we're at like an equilibrium. We're generating as much as we're consuming. Kind of see that here. Research lab is chewing up a half, and then we're chewing up a half of a Unity per month for the assembly building. And we're generating 1 from our food. Now, once we get the water, like I said, this settlement water, I think this water facility is going to generate some additional Unity for us. We'll see. All right, new message. Let's read what it says. Beacon ready. The beacon is up. It needs a constant supply of power from a diesel generator, and running the beacon requires Unity. The effectiveness of the beacon will decline over time. Prioritize repairing the ship, as exploration can bring more people and resources to the island. Also, make sure you have enough housing for new refugees, as homelessness can negatively affect Unity. All right. Again, we're going to hold off on that. Yes, the diesel generator we could build. We know we're going to need it. I don't want to burn diesel yet. So we're sure we need it. Where would that be? Diesel generator under power. That makes enough sense, right? I'm going to chew up 30 of our copper. Not crazy about that. Where do we want to put this guy? Let's do it over... Do it over here. It's kind of out of the way. I think it doesn't matter where that's at. I think it delivers power across the island. Now, I could be mistaken, or they may have changed how that works, but we might as well get it built. This port, I can't remember if this is getting oil out of the shipyard or getting oil into the shipyard. I think it's getting diesel actually into the shipyard to fuel the ship. You can also use trucks for that. I think that's what that port is right here. How are we doing on our radio tower? We've still got 356 iron, but when that runs out, we need to have our iron mine up and running. So hopefully we can get through the research here quick. What do we say is next? We've got, where are we? Water. I was going to do maintenance next. Maintenance or mining? That's a tough choice. How long? Let's see. Yeah, construction parts are down to 109. They just chewed up some to build our diesel generator. Looks like that might actually be ready. And they give us a little boost on the maintenance right out of the gate. They give us some surplus. I think I just saw it tick down and we're not even using it. Maybe it deteriorates over time. Here comes some diesel. Is that thing on? I guess it is on. It's spinning, right? Let's pause it. We don't really need it running yet. Don't want to power the beacon, but let's make sure that is paused as well. And that was consuming Unity too, so that brought our Unity down. I don't really want to attract settlers yet. Like I said, we've got workers. Ooh, we just got our food. Check it out, 73 months. Now these 3 fields are all going to go through a fertilizing stage, keep this fertility up. So this whole crop is just going to get plowed back into the dirt. So it's not going to generate food this cycle around. So we can't get too overconfident by the food supply that we see here. Just got to be kind of watchful of that. Are we doing on iron plates? Pretty good. Once this goes down to 0, we probably take the boost off. But it looks like our tree harvesters are bringing wood and keeping this thing going full steam. That's why our construction parts are climbing up. Research looks like it's getting close. And again, we'll have to decide. I think we've got enough iron to go after the maintenance next. I think that's what I'm inclined to do. And then we'll dive into the iron mine. Hard to know what's best. How are our trucks doing? These guys still have a lot of maintenance on them. 96 out of 48. Like I said, they give us a boost kind of right at the beginning. And then stuff's going to start breaking down. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we do the iron mine first. Got, I don't know, about 30 seconds to make a decision on that. So, so we'll see. Water is not accumulating. So that's why we want to get the that water down. I think once we get it, that may open up a port on the farms to pipe in some water. We'll see how that works. Trees, yeah, it'd be nice to clear out these trees so we can get at these buildings here. All right, research complete, settlement water. I'm going to pause pretty much immediately. Jump in, and we got to make a decision now. Is it going to be vehicles and mining or maintenance? Does this say how much time? I see this little 2 here. I don't know if that is telling me how much research time it's going to take. This is pretty important to get the iron going. And the coal for that matter. But maintenance is also pretty darn important. It's going to chew through our copper. Maybe we do the mining first so we can get an iron mine and then potentially a copper mine going. Let's do the mining first. I think that might be the smarter move. Let's do it. And then now that we've unlocked water, let's start collecting water like pronto. Where are you, water? Here. Liquid dump. That's for wastewater. Can we feed this water into these farms? Or do we have to upgrade the farms? Oh, I think we have to upgrade these to irrigated farms. But let's quickly get some of these rainwater guys down. I'm going to not overthink it. I'm going to plop down a few of these. They only take 20 building parts. I think they can be right up next to each other too. Let's get at least 3. We don't have a way to store the water. Let's get 4 down. Just don't want to run out. Know we're consuming a lot of building materials doing that. Eventually we'll be able to upgrade to irrigated farms and we can run a water pipe from out from this into this farmhouse here. Look at that. Kind of cool. All right, let's see. Okay, we collected a fair amount of water there with that rainfall. But I can tell you from experience, drought is coming. Okay, we've got settlement water unlocked. We're going to do a couple things here. I mentioned that with the settlement water, that's in housing and services, I'm guessing, water facility. Provides fresh water for the attached settlement and returns wastewater that needs to be disposed of. Let's do a couple things. Hopefully I won't get myself into trouble. I'm going to put another housing block here. Oh, 80 building parts. I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to put my water facility kind of off to this side. And it's got some ports on it. We need to bring fresh water in and we need to drain the poopy water out. We can see those ports here. Of course, the input's not where I would like it. The ports are almost backwards from the way I wish it was. I'm going to slap this guy right here. We need to get fresh water in there. So let's put another water collector down. We're probably going to run out of building materials the way I'm doing this. But we'll figure it out somehow. I'm going to plunk this water collector pretty close. Boom, just like that. I'm just thinking as I do it. And then let's get that water, the fresh water, piped into this guy. Oh, they said we could, let's try one of the tips they told us. Just click on this and it'll give you what you need. Okay. Then we could experiment with lifting the pipe. Doesn't really matter here. We're not going to have trucks driving in this direction, but let's just do it for fun. I don't think it costs us anything. I'll hit the Q key. Whoops, the E key to go up. So we can kind of see that. We'll cross over maybe this way. I'll click. And then as we come down here, I'll hit the V key, the Q key, sorry, to come back down. And then we'll connect in here. Boom. There's our pipe. Now we need to get the sewage, basically, out of there. We need this building right here. Liquid dump. Allows liquid dumping into the ocean. Some liquid will cause water pollution, which can affect the health and happiness of your people. Okay, well, I'm not sure what we can do about that. We got to get the water out. This one, I think we need to rotate so the nozzle's kind of heading out into the ocean where things will just be naturally cleaned and the fish will consume it. And they'll be happy and everything will just work out perfect for everybody involved. Never hurts to dump pollution in the ocean. Let's grab transport here, pipe. No, we didn't even need to do that, right? Let's get used to the shortcut here. What we got to do is click on the output port and it's going to select a pipe for us. I'm going to jump up again with the E key. Doink, doink, doink. And maybe I'll click there. And then we'll stay up high. Right about there, maybe. And we'll see if we can get back down now in this space that we've got available. And that's the Q key. So down, 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 down. And we'll just snap that in. Hopefully, once this is all built, we're going to probably chew through all our building parts. Yeah, we're down to 3. We will we'll be able to generate a little more Unity. We're at 9 right now. We're only using Unity here for the boost. How are we doing? Wood's getting a little short. We're starting to lag on that. The coal maker has plenty of wood, but our assembly manual does not have a lot of wood. In fact, it's going to stop right after this next batch. We do have 2 trucks out there gathering it, so hopefully they'll catch up. There's one now. Okay, here's our water collectors. Check it out. They only have an internal storage of 40 units, but they're starting to accumulate. Our farms have 50 units of storage. But eventually we'll be able to hook up these water collectors to a tank somewhere. Probably in this area we'll put a tank, storage tank. All right, let's look at what we got going. We got new research to pick. I'm going to go ahead and pause. Let's first do the research and then we'll do the tutorial. Research, maintenance, let's get that going. That's important. It's important. And then maybe basic diesel gets us a storage tank. We can store water in there too. Not at the same time, obviously, but we can use that for water as well as diesel. Boom. Okay, maintenance, that's going to be underway. Let's go read the tutorial for mining and dumping. Mining and dumping allows you to shape the terrain on the island in any way you want. You can remove material by mining it with your excavators and add material by dumping it with trucks. Dumping can be performed anywhere on the island. However, mining requires its designations to be placed inside of an area that is managed by a mine control tower. Sorry, we'll see this in action here in a minute. Excavators and trucks need to be assigned to the mine control tower, and trucks transport mined material wherever they are needed. Materials that are not useful, such as dirt, are dumped on the terrain as long as there are some dumping designations available. So we need to set that. We need to set these mining designations and the dumping designations, and they're going to tell us about that here, probably. And this is an area I struggled with the first time I played the game, so I'm going to read through this pretty carefully. As mining designations, to designate terrain for mining, select the Mine Designation tool in the bottom menu. You can choose from flat or ramp designations, and mine designations have to start at or above the terrain. Otherwise, they won't be reachable by your excavators. If an edge of the designation is not reachable, a red line is displayed. If there are red lines all around a designated area, that means it cannot be mined. Numbers on the designations are their height relative to the ocean. Okay. Below is an example of a valid designation that goes from the surface down to a depth of -2. So there's the surface of 1, I guess, is indicating the surface. And -2 is, 2 underneath sea level, I guess, or underneath the surface level. And an invalid designation at the bottom that is at a depth -2 but does not reach at or above the terrain. Therefore, it cannot be mined as is. The bottom part of the image. Okay, there's the bottom part. And for the red-green colorblind among us, that red line is super duper hard to detect. I think there's red line around all these -2 blocks, but that is really hard for me to perceive. If you're red-green colorblind, I can see the red X. It's kind of thick, but this little line, I think there's a little line there. That's hard to detect. All we need to know, though, is just we got to be careful about making sure that our mining designation starts at the surface before it goes down. It can't just be like starting, underground here, basically. All right, mine operational area. You can mine only in the operational area of a mine control tower. You can also edit its operational area by clicking on the tower and selecting the edit area as shown in the video below. Okay, we'll look at that. I'm not sure if there's a downside to having just a huge mine designation area. I really don't know. Each designation square can be mined by only one excavator at a time. Be sure that there are enough available designations to mine if you have multiple excavators. What they're saying there is we're going to assign excavators to our mining tower. And in this example, we got 1, 2, 3. Whoops, we got like 6, 7, 8, 9 or something squares. Or no, it's 3, 6, 8. There's 8 designations. So if we had 9 excavators, they're just saying that extra one won't be able to mine because there's only 8 squares designated for mining. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll see that in action. Designation snapping. When you are designating next to an already existing designation, the current designation will snap to the height of the existing one. This helps create connected areas and can be used to build ramps easily as shown in the video below. Okay, I see. So they're just extending this mining designation area, and it's kind of pulling it up to the surface there. That's kind of neat. And then they're getting rid of the part that was going to keep climbing. If you look here, at the bottom where this F is, when they're setting this mining designation, they're choosing like the slanted mode. So that's how it's working. We'll experiment with that. I had a lot of problem with this the first time I played. So we'll see how it goes this time. Resources layer. You can see available resources by toggling a resource overlay in the bottom left corner of the screen. Okay, we did that. Now this stuff, let's see what it says. Dumping designations are very similar to the mining ones. Main difference is that you need to designate dumping designations that go above the terrain. Unlike mining, they do not need a mine control tower. It's important to know that dump designations should start at or below terrain. Otherwise, they cannot be accessed by trucks. So here they're showing, it looks like one that can't be used. Oh, and then they made it so it is accessible. All right, pretty cool. We'll see that in action here soon. You can use the dumping to get rid of unwanted products during mining operations, such as dirt, and then some machines also produce side products, such as slag from furnaces, that can be dumped on the terrain as well. And not can, it must actually be dumped. We got to dump that byproduct out. Once we start mining, or we start processing the iron ore, we're going to get slag that we need to dump out. So we'll do all that real soon. I mean, we may refer back to this tutorial. We can do that just by clicking on the envelope here at the bottom of the screen. All right, enough of that. I think we're good. We've got new research selected. We can go ahead and dismiss this. And we got our water thing set up. Get the pipe going from the water collector. We probably should put another water collector here and just join up with this pipe if we can. Maybe I shouldn't have put it on that incline so soon. But we can redo the pipe if we need to. But I'm thinking we may want another water collector because the water facility here has a decent amount of storage. And again, as long as we've got water in here, we're going to be generating extra Unity. So that might be something we look at doing, but because we're so short on construction materials, let's start working on an iron mine first, and then we'll worry about that water. Got a bunch of water accumulating here, hopefully. I think the trucks will carry this. Yeah, there's a truck that's delivering water right there to a farm. So we may still, if this comes up short on water, our water facility, our trucks may ship some water from these water collectors for us. We might be okay there. Let's not hit play yet. Let's tell you what, let's wrap this episode here. We made some progress on the research tree. We expanded our civilization a little bit, our housing. So we've got room now for 180 people. Food's at 66 months. We've only got one worker free. And once we get the mines going and we get an excavator, do we have any excavators? I wonder if I got to buy a vehicle shop in order to even create the excavators. I probably do. And then we got to get into diesel. We got our work cut out for us. There's still a lot to do before we're in the clear, so to speak. But food's holding out okay. Water, I think we're in the process of being in good shape on water. And we've got a little bit of iron left here. So we need to really kind of get on the iron mine here, and we'll do that in the next episode. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please do consider giving it a like. It helps my tiny channel grow, and I would definitely appreciate it. Enjoy having you here with me on this journey of Captain of Industry. Super duper awesome fun game. I think it's going to be just a huge game in the genre. It's just, man, it's just pretty cool. Anyway, I will see you in the next episode.